Greetings, Blue Knights. Welcome to August's edition of Blue Knights Ride Safe. Before we start out our particular segment on rider mindset, I wanted to talk a little bit about central vision. Central vision is only about a 3-degree cone. It's very narrow. We generally think we have a much wider central vision because we have periphery. We have useful field of view where we can see things moving out to the side. To illustrate this, I'm asking you, go ahead and do this with me, right? So hold your thumb out in front of you and stare at a wrinkle, a line on your thumb, and focus on it. Meanwhile, bring your other thumb in from outside. Eventually, you're going to see it in your periphery where you can see it start to move. And as you bring it in, how close do you have to get your thumb before it becomes in focus just as much as the thumb you're staring at? Even this close. Looking over at my other thumb, I have to look. It's only about an inch apart from the other one in order to get it in clear focus. Even touching. If I glance over from one to the other, I can see it becomes even clearer. Our central vision is very narrow, which is why when we're riding our motorcycles, we need to look far, near, side to side. We need to put what's important in our central vision. Make sense? All right, so let's talk about rider mindset. This is a program newly introduced by the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. Has some great material in here. So I'm sharing 3 scenarios of there's quite a long laundry list of things that can be brought out in these different scenarios. So when we're seeing, C is our strategy for managing risks. It's search, evaluate, execute as we're riding our motorcycles. So when we're searching, using our central vision, we want to search in 4 categories generally. This helps us focus what we're trying to search for. So those categories are traffic control and roadway features. We have other highway users. We have our surface conditions, and we have escape paths. So what we're going to do for the 3 situations I'm going to share with you today is this. So the first slide, it's going to show the number of the situation. Not really important for what we're doing, but it's there. The next slide will show you the situation for a few seconds, and I want you to search, evaluate, execute in those 4 search categories that we just went over. After I show the scene for a few seconds, I'm going to put up a blank slide, just so in your mind's eye you can think about what did you see, what was important to you when you got that glance of that situation, like you're traveling down the road and here's this scene, okay? Then I'm going to show you it again with those 4 search categories highlighted. And then the last slide will show you key highlights of the particular slide, what would be very important to a rider in that particular situation per that potential trap, okay? So there are some assumptions we're going to make. We're going to check the 4-second urgent path. That's the area generally we're looking in. Speed is typical based on the situation we're riding in. Areas behind a blind spot are not shown, okay? But there is a dashed highlight if there is a hidden area that gives a potential factor behind that blocked view, if that makes sense. And then the 3 escape paths we generally think about when operating our motorcycle are escape path directly ahead or to the right or left of us. And then not always shown is a highlight for an escape path directly in front. Okay, we can just assume that if we have open pavement right in front of us that we'd be able to brake in that particular area. Let's give it a try. All right, between intersections, this is the 6th one that they have in their slide deck. I just picked this, not at random, but I thought it was cool. All right, so here we go. Take a few seconds. What do you see here? What's important as you search, evaluate, execute, okay? What things do you recall, right? As a motorcyclist traveling down the road, what factors are important to you in that moment, okay? Let's look at it again with those 4 search categories sort of highlighted for us. So traffic controls and roadway features. We have delineator posts that are highlighted for us here, okay? Highway users. We have a line of vehicles, a couple motorcycles coming at us, okay? It's important. Surface conditions. Our pavement right in front of us looks pretty good to me. Hopefully you identified, hey, it's not too bad. But then we sort of look at the surface condition to our right. That's also part of our escape path. This is loose, gravelly type material, generally not good for motorcycle tires, right? Or an escape path in there, right? So let's look at this last slide with some key factors highlighted for us. And that's, we have oncoming traffic. Potentially we could have people passing. Maybe they don't see us if they're behind another vehicle. And then they pop out like they're going to pass. And then certainly our escape path to the right. If somebody were to do that and we wanted to take that right escape path, we might want to stay on the roadway. If not, that escape path looks a little treacherous for us if we were into some loose gravel there. Make sense? All right. Next one. This is a curves scenario. So take a look at that. Few seconds. What's important to you as a motorcyclist? For one thing, I want to be here riding this particular road, okay? So given that scenario, when you search, evaluate, execute, what are some important factors, right? What line do we want to take through here? What potential hazards might there be? So let's look at it again. Traffic control, roadway features. So it has the double yellow line, no passing area, curvy, blind spots, right? We have some guardrail that it's given to us as some roadway features. No highway users, but behind that hidden berm to the left, I guess you could say, the hillside, we don't know what's around that corner. So there's a potential for other highway users to be coming around that, and hopefully they stay on their side of the lane, right? Surface conditions, general, right in front of us looks pretty good. Is there any gravel or anything kicked up in that corner, or is it clean? It's sort of a little hard to tell. There might be something in there, but generally from my vantage point, it doesn't look too bad, right? So I might have the traction I need going through there. And then escape path. We're going to run out of it pretty quickly here, but there is a little bit of a lane to the right where it looks pretty clean leading up to that guardrail there. And the last slide, again, important highlights. We don't know what's coming around that corner for other highway users, and we have a limited escape path, but there is something immediately to our right should we need it basically right now, okay? That guardrail also limits a potential escape path as we proceed further into this S-curve here. All right. So this is an intersection one. Let's look at this. So we're riding in a group. Lots of lanes of traffic. One thing to note is we also want to be here because there's palm trees. It's got to be warmer. So I don't mind that, the fact that we're riding through this area here. All right. So what factors were important as you search, evaluate, execute your way down this road? What did you pick up on? Let's look at it again. Traffic control roadway features. All right, so we're at a stop and go light. We have an advisory, 15 mile an hour with a school zone, potentially if there's children present. We have that double center line indicated to our left here a little bit. Other highway users. We have a vehicle. It looks like it's poised to turn left, right? It looks like there's that middle lane's probably for turning right and left in both directions the way I'm looking at it. And cars poised to turn left is general concern for motorcyclists, right? Do they see us? Cars tend to pull in front of motorcyclists because they have what's called unintentional blindness, right? And they say, well, I didn't even see the motorcyclist when they turned left. All right, we do have motorcyclists in front of us, so the other highway users, that we're riding with in our group. Surface conditions look generally pretty good, all right? It looks like I have some good pavement here. And then escape paths. In front of us a little bit to the right, we have a clear lane. We don't know what's in our blind spot immediately to our right, or if there's a car that's gaining on us in that right lane. We certainly have to be checking our mirrors in this particular situation, but in general, we do have that escape path to the right should we need it. All right, and then this last slide showing us, again, some key factors there. Our traffic situation, the car poised to turn left, and certainly our escape lane is to the right. Okay. So this is part of the rider mindset module from the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. There's many more of these slides. I encourage you to seek out training classes that might involve more of this. It's certainly a neat thing to mentally prepare for that rider mindset, right? The 4 search categories and making ourself safer while riding with our group down traffic. We have the GLRC convention this coming weekend. Good information to know to keep yourself safe. If you enjoy this material, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. We want to bring you more information as far as the safety aspect of being that Blue Knights member. As always, we want you to gear up for every ride and ride safe. Thanks for watching.